Yeah, survival games are the sort of the flavour of the month at the moment. Some are good, some are not so good. But I haven't heard of Green Hell, unfortunately. I really need to be better informed about gaming news and stuff. Right, is he at home? Well, he's going to love me picking the lock to come and say hello, isn't he? Right, oi, mush. Someone said you've got some work for me. Oh, well, there's no one seems to be about at the moment. We'll have a little look in there. Oh, this is a difficult lock. That was tricky. Don't normally have trouble like that. I'll take his 200 groschen. He doesn't need that. And a treasure map. I'll take that. And the joy of gutting. I'll take that. Oh, some nice stuff. Yes, I know. Evil Henry stealing from things, but why not? Why not? I think I've earned it. Here's the guy. You want a job doing?
I'm at your service, sir.
Sir Knight, after I just looted him. That's good.
Master Huntsman, is there any work for me here?
There's always something that needs doing. You're that Scarlet's lad, aren't you? Sir Radzig's lackey.
I'm hang on.
Sir Radzig is my liege, and I serve him faithfully. But that doesn't make me a lackey.
As you wish. What matters to me is that you're no layabout looking for easy work. I have a job here I can't give to just anyone.
I'm listening.
We've been having terrible problems with poachers lately. In Sir Divish's forests, we've been finding gutted entrails of deer and rabbit nooses all over the place, but no sign of the bastards who put them there.
And you want me to track down the poachers?
Indeed. Whatever you learn will be useful to me.
Okay.
Do you suspect anyone?
Well, it's hard to say, but seeing how much harm they're causing, I'd say they're no crofters looking for a Sunday roast.
Shouldn't you be dealing with the poachers yourself?
I should, you're quite right. But when I ask the local folk anything, their mouths close up like clams. They're more scared of me than the devil.
Do you think the locals are in on it?
Well, I don't
Bound
know,
to be.
maybe. But even if not, they'll never talk to me. They're scared I'll dig some skeleton out of their cupboard. You know, the smaller the village, the bigger the secrets. That's why I need an outsider to ask for me.
I understand.
Okay. Okay, we can go do this.
I'll try to find out something about them. Any advice about where to start?
Certainly. Ask around the village. Somebody must have seen or heard something. And it wouldn't hurt to ask in the inn in the glade, the one on the road towards Neuhof. I've heard they serve good venison, and no shortage of it.
That's clear enough.
Yes.
As soon as I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Thanks for
They
your
do
help,
indeed
lad.
serve very good venison at that inn. Because I supplied it to them. And the skins went to your tanner in the village here. Is he coming down the stairs? Or is he going back to bed? Doesn't look like he's made up his mind yet. Because there's a chest there. Just, you know, just asking to be opened. Yeah. Let's get out. Oh.
May the Lord watch over
Margaret.
you.
Do you know anything about these poachers? Oi. Oi. Margaret.
Well, be a bit more careful.
Clearly up to something. Green Hell is a sweltering struggle for survival in the Amazonian rainforest. Clinging to life, the player is set on a journey of durability as the effects of solitude wear heavy, not only on the body but also on the mind. The graphics are awesome. It sounds good. It sounds like a different sort of setting. Is it like super realistic? It's like I was watching Sacriel play Scum, and they've got all the player stats to worry, far more than you want to be worrying about, really. Carbohydrate intake, protein levels, how full your colon is, and you need to take a dump, and it goes into a level of detail that I do not feel I need in my life. Also sounds a bit too much like real life to me as well.
What can I do for you?
Hey, Cookie. Sorry, I saw you come in there. Yeah, hey, Cookie. How's it going?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
I don't know anything about that. But if it's gossip you're after, go and speak to Brada the tanner. He always spins a good yarn. You'll find him at the end of the village, the last house on the way to the quarry.
I know where he is.
Good luck then.
He might even be at the pub if I ask around.
God save. What can I do for you?
Do you have the same?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
I don't know anything about it.
Ah,
But if I were you, I'd speak to Martha, the innkeeper's wife. She knows all the goings-on around here. You can find her at the tavern.
there's someone knows something about this. There, that looks like Martha.
How are you?
I heard you've got a poaching problem in the woods around here.
In the woods and out of them. Not long back, the bastards hung a deer's head on the huntsman's house.
That's just taking the
Pretty
piss.
brazen of them.
Certainly is. Word around the village is that someone wants to shame him till he squirms.
Okay.
Putting a deer's head on the huntsman's house sounds pretty risky. Why would anyone do that?
Maybe they want to show that Huntsman Nicholas is no match for them. And they're not wrong. He isn't the man he should be.
You got lost for words tonight, Cookie? Go on, then what happened?
Do you think it was someone local?
I really don't know. All sorts of things get said. Hannikin Hare's back, if you listen to some. And others are going on about Tom of the Baths.
I've met him.
I swear blind he's got his fingers in it.
And what about you?
It could be anyone. There's more than one that has it in for Nicholas. And who knows what the neighbors get up to by night.
What's so suspicious about this Thomas?
Just that he was drunk and blabbering about how he was going to bring back venison from the woods.
Well, that'll do it then. That sounds like a poacher to me. Guilty, done, quest finished. Let's kill him.
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
He used to be master huntsman here a while back. But then Nicholas got him accused of a murder, and the hare had to flee. It cost him the huntsman's rank and Margaret, too.
Ah, okay.
What happened between Hare and Nicholas anyway?
Those two didn't get on from the start. And then that business with Margaret really set them at each other's throats. But it all came to a head about 15 years back when Sir Henry of Lipa came to visit.
Sir Hanish's father?
Just so. There was a banquet at the castle in his honor, and in the morning they found one of Sir Henry's men-at-arms in the ditch with his neck broken. Well, Nicholas made sure that blame fell on Hannikin Hare.
I think he's been stitched up by the sound of this.
And what happened to Hare?
That's just it. No one rightly knows. They put him in the dungeon, but when Sir Henry's men came for him the next morning, he was gone. No one knows what became of him.
No one knows. Oh, hey, Ims. How was your birthday yesterday? It was yesterday, wasn't it? Or was it the day before? Anyway, I hope you had a great time. How was it?
So how did Nicholas put the blame on Hare?
Nicholas always had a viper's tongue, and events made it easy for him. That evening there'd been a right falling out between Hare and the guardsman. Blows were struck. Well, Sir Divish didn't want any ill will with Sir Henry, so he tried to settle things as quick as he could, and Hare got the short straw.
You had a good time? Great stuff. Henry of the Baths sounds... Henry of the Baths, that could be my name. Better than Henry of Skalitz. Henry of the Baths.
Not likely. We've already got all the wild woodland
Cookie, your name is on every YouTube upload of Kingdom Come on Mark's gaming channel. Is that true? He gets a hint. Oh, hey, little Mark. Hey, everyone's turning up now. Welcome, everyone.
What was going on?
They're all
with
coming out of the
Marcus?
shadows.
Her father promised her to Hannikin, because they seemed a good match. But Nicholas couldn't stomach that, so he did what he did.
He's definitely stitched old Hannikin Hare up.
I want to ask about something
Okay.
else.
So, Thomas of the
So why do
Baths.
people think Tom of the Baths is involved?
Ah, that's just nonsense. He was bragging in the tavern that he'd put on a venison feast for the village girls. Deer for the deers.
I see.
I doubt it. He's all mouth and no trousers. But if you want to know more, ask my husband, the innkeeper. I wasn't here that evening.
Start a chain of bathhouses with all of the money you have. Could start running a few brothels. Yeah.
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
Did I get this info?
He used to be master huntsman here a while back. But then Nicholas...
I got that one, didn't I? Yeah.
I want to ask about something else.
I think that's us done.
That'll be all.
Right, so we need to find about Hannikin Hare. I have found Tom of the Baths. He's been lurking around in there.
That's more like
A
it.
villager. Who's this guy? Villager. Alehouse maid. Just making sure there's no one else lurking in the inn that I need to speak to about this. Yeah, let's have a little look. No one in? No, no one's in. Okay, well I could go down to the Tanners. Could go down there. Star Baths. What would we call it? Henry's Bathhouse. That's terrible. Find out what Brada knows. Okay, let's go down there. Come on, chat. Think of a name for Henry's chain of brothels and bathhouses that he's going to develop. Chain of brothels. That'll be Costia. Think that you can drink too much coffee. You can't drink too much coffee. Coffee's good. Okay, we are... Is this the... Skinners? Next one over, right? Henry's a bit out of breath. This one. It is this one. And up. Okay, let's go in. Master Thief. So this is quite brazen now. I can just walk in on people's beds and things. There's a trader. This is the guy. Come on, we have a bit of history. Me and this dude. What's he saying? Bloody hell, who's woken me up? You gonna talk?
Who is it?
Not gonna talk?
That?
Let me out. Let me out.
Look where you're going.
Oh, no, that's the wrong door.
Can you hear me?
Right, you just go to bed. That's right, you shut the door. You go to bed in the barn. That's exactly what we want here. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll run in and wake your husband up again. Sometimes talking to these people in the middle of the night is more bother than it's worth. It really is. Talk. Talk or I'm going to hit you in the face with this torch.
What part didn't you understand? Hey,
watch it.
They're not making life easy for me. They're just moving to another bed, aren't they?
What is it you want here? Hey!
I think I'm going to have to come back in daylight here. I'm going to get into major trouble. Poacher trouble.
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
If you ask me,
Hal's
there's some
Honuts?
questions best left unanswered.
Dunkin' Yonuts.
But go and see
Dunkin'
Elena if you're
Yonuts.
determined. That old gossip
That's
will
pretty
tell you
good.
all there is to know.
Okay, listen to Alina's gossip. I missed that. What was that?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here.
I was thinking of
who've been
Dunkin'
stealing
Yo
game recently.
Nuts.
If you ask me, there's some questions best left unanswered. But go and see Elena if you're determined. That old gossip will tell you all there is to know.
Brilliant. Okay, who's Elena? And where's your husband? Wake up.
Hey!
Yes, we know. We know I'm in a private area. He's not going to talk to me, is he?
Jesus,
Hey,
look where
look
you're
out.
going.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
No, he's not interested. I'll have to come back in daylight for that one. So... Oops, wrong key. Find out if Margaret knows something about Hannikin here. I think my best bet is to sleep this one off. And then... yeah, get up in the morning. Go and visit the bathhouse, maybe. I think that would be a good idea. So let's go to the inn. Sleep this one off. Henry's bathhouse. Pierce, don't bring your expensive armour or clothes. We're not responsible if anything will get lost. That would be great, wouldn't it? You know, you get the client in the bath with the girl, and then you go and steal all their stuff. And you just put one of them signs up in the horse park outside saying that the owners of this premises cannot be held responsible if any of your items go missing or anything happens. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're going to do. Right, is that the inn? Can't remember where my... Oh, hang on, I'm on the wrong side of this ditch. Up. Up. Tell you what else we picked up that I forgot to look at. Treasure map. Oh. Why haven't I looked at these? Let's check them out. Where the hell is that? That's got to be the monastery at Sasau, right? And a grave. That's a tricky looking one. That's another tricky looking one. Monastery sets over a river. Okay. I haven't done that one, that's for sure. And treasure map 18. Talmberg Poachers. Wow, okay. That looks like a poacher's camp or a deer camp or something. Anyway, it's up there over this giant tadpole sperm thing that they've drawn on the map. We'll find that sometime. Right then, okay. Head cracking good times. Let's just go to bed. I can't remember where the hell my bed is. Oh, it's got to be up here. It's got to be up here. We'll gamble and guess. I think your 3-year-old drew that. It's a pretty impressive map, is that? Now, is this my chest? Certainly is. 52k in there. Right then. Let's sleep the night away. We want to, we want the baths to be open. We want people to be up and about. So we'll have a good long sleep. Get some food. And we wake up. Uninstallatus, what is your favourite pet? Talking to me, what's my favourite pet? I'm a bit of a dog lover. I do like dogs. Don't have a dog at the moment. Used to. Poor lad died when he was 16, little Jack Russell. Long, that's a good age for a Jack Russell. It was a long life. But, yep, I do like dogs. You improved hunting. Nice. Is that all? Should have read more than one book in that period. Oh, whoops. I ploughed into that guy there with me steel boots on.
Hey!
You'd have thought it would have woken him up.
God save you, Henry.
Right, first job.
Be a bit more careful.
That's empty. To the bathhouse, I suppose. It's over there. Does a girlfriend count as a pet? Not going there. I am not going there. That is a very, very dangerous loaded question. Do children count as pets? Children count as pets, right? I need a word with you, Mr. Thomas.
Good God. You look terrible. Did someone attack you?
No, I just need a wash.
I'm here to find out about the Poachers gang, and I need to ask a few questions.
Well, ask away. I don't have all day.
I heard you were yelling in the tavern that you were off to hunt some venison.
Look here. I don't know who you are, but you should watch your mouth.
I will, don't you worry. So what happened then?
What? Nothing. It was just the beer talking. I got pissed and started spouting shit. Didn't mean a word of it.
Maybe not. That remains to be seen.
Okay.
That'll do me.
We're just going to take his word for it.
I hear there's been trouble with poachers recently.
I don't have time to talk to strangers. Good day to you. God be with you.
Oi.
I hear there's been trouble with poachers recently.
I don't have time to talk to strangers. Good day to you.
Don't like that answer. I don't like that answer at all. Anyway, I need to speak to this Olena as well. I don't suppose. No. Poacher
I'd
trouble.
like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
If you ask me, there's some questions best left unanswered. But go and see Olena if you're determined. That
Hang on.
old gossip will tell you all there is to know.
Wasn't I supposed to come and ask here about it?
I'd like to make use of the...
Oh, unless that was old Tom.
Services.
Maybe.
And what do you want?
Sorry, Mikey, move you. That Nightbot timed you out for posting a link. I didn't see a link there. What's going on there? Let's have a bath.
Get myself fixed up a bit.
I'm
on.
sure you'll...
Very satisfied. Thank you very much. Right. So that was old Tom then. Has Nightbot actually timed you out, or just no? That's okay. It's just deleted. That's okay. Find out what happened to Thomas from the bathhouse. I've done that, right? Listen to Olena's gossip. Let's do that one. I'm not happy about that Thomas situation there. I feel like I haven't learned everything I need to. I might have to relook at this. Didn't really plan to get caught up in all this nonsense. Is this where your wild woman is? Being replaced by a sense of humour filter. I think Nightbot sees it as a link if there's like dots in it and stuff. So, I see what it is. What's your favourite dot pet? That looks like a link to Nightbot. Yeah, so you just need a space in there and that wouldn't have triggered. I've seen other things do that as well, so...
I heard there are poachers in the woods round here.
If only if it was just poachers. It's that sorcerer Hare. He's the one who's been running amok. I said he'd be back, and I said he'd be vengeful, and I was right both times.
Tell me.
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
Ah, that
I
was
love
all
that name.
years ago. He turned up here one day. No one rightly knew where from. He claimed up at the castle to be a nobleman's son, and so he got the office of Master Huntsman, and Margaret was promised him for his wife. Nobody could have known he was a sorcerer.
A sorcerer?
And how did his sorcery reveal itself?
Well, he was able to vanish into thin air in the forest right in front of folk. And I've heard it said he spoke to animals, too, though I don't know the truth of it.
That doesn't sound very convincing to me.
Sounds more like a
That's
hunter.
because you've not seen his marksmanship. It wasn't natural, the things he could do with that bow of his. They say he sold his soul for the gift of it.
I see.
Getting a bit intimate there. A bit familiar.
How did it go with Margaret?
I'm not one to gossip, but she was a flighty lass in her younger years. She could never make up her mind which one she wanted, the Hare or Nicholas. So in the end, fate decided for her.
What do you mean? What happened with Hare?
Oh, that was quite something. And then some on top of it. Sir Henry of Lipo was visiting here at the castle, and Hare snapped his guardsman's neck with his bare hands. Of course, they found him out. But how do you keep a sorcerer under lock and key? You can't. That's your answer. And that Satan spawn slipped the net.
Oh, well. It's quite a wild story.
Pretty sure he's innocent, to be quite honest.
Any idea why he murdered the man?
No one knows, and most likely never will. But they say he was fully in the devil's power. There was a full moon.
Just
You see.
stick your face into my plate mail helmet. Just, feel free.
Was he actually seen killing the guardsman?
I suppose so. Else they'd hardly know who did it, would they?
That's probably true.
Okay.
There is one other thing I want to ask. Has anyone actually seen this Hannikin Hare? He seems to exist only as a bogeyman to frighten naughty children.
Oh, he exists all right, but he flits around in the forest like a shadow. They won't be catching him anytime soon. But Blacksmith's Betty heard some of their goings-on in the woods.
Oh, God.
Goings-on? What's that supposed to mean?
Cavorting and raising hell.
Cavorting?
Sorcery!
She goes again.
Meets up with his sorcerer's apprentices, and they feast in the clearing in the woods. In the morning, they turn into ravens and scatter. Or so she says. But you'll have to ask Betty for more. Who knows what she saw? Or what she was doing there with them.
Very well. I'll ask.
I think we're finding out about Betty. If I could ask one thing of the developers of this game, I'd ask them to remove Henry's helmet for the cutscenes and the dialogues like this, because it would be so much better without. Just for the dialogue, that's all it needs.
Who does Hare want revenge on?
Master Huntsman Nicholas, of course. When the hare disappeared, Nicholas took his Margaret and the huntsman's posting.
So Nicholas came out of it well.
That one always knew how to land on his feet.
He's a wrong 'un, and he called me a lackey. I think we should kill him.
Thanks. I think I know all I need.
Good
Right.
luck, then. What are you doing?
Get out of the way.
Where are you going? What the hell?
He looked like he was smoking a fag then, didn't he? Right, so we need to... I need to go and talk to Margaret. I suppose I'm up this side of the place. Let's go. Let's go, Henry. Full speed ahead. Can I get this way or not? I'm thinking not, actually. Time to lockpick the mare. That was a strange, trippy quest. Really weird. Can you take your helmet off when you go to town? You can. You can, just I would probably forget to put it back on as I wander out and get into fights and stuff. That's the only downside with that. You can totally re-equip your armour and dress and everything, which is fine, but it's that pain in the ass of going in there, clicking that, looking down to find the helmet. There it is, taking it off, and then remembering to put it back on when you go out again. F key in his sleep. Good idea, swimming Labrador. Good idea. Am I heading off into the wilds here? Totally. I was heading for point A. I've gone way past it. I thought A on my little radar thing at the top was the one I was looking for. Never mind. Just an early morning jog for Henry. Get me armour nice and filthy after just getting it washed at the bathhouse. Right then. There's the woman I need to speak to. We'll go with that.
I'd like to ask you about Hannikin Hare.
I'm sorry, but I really don't want to talk about that.
What's the link between a drowned man, a pregnant woman, and a burnt pie? Pulled out too late. Yeah, see yourself out now, Uninstallatus. That's actually pretty good, but I don't know. Everything leads back to you. Come on.
The thing is, every time I spoke to someone about Hare, they always ended up talking about you.
But I don't.
Don't what?
You aren't to blame for anything, is that it? Well, I am willing to believe you, but you do know more than you're telling, and I need to hear it.
Very well. You're right. And what would you like to know about Hare?
Anything, as long as it comes in that sexy West Country accent.
How were things between you and Hare back then?
There was nothing between us. Hannikin Hare impressed my father with all his talk of noble blood. But I couldn't stand him, and I didn't want to marry him. And then it made no odds after he ran away.
So you didn't want him? I only asked because I've heard differently.
That's village talk. Of course folk gossip. Mostly they just want to hurt Nicholas.
As do we all, because he's a knob.
Did Hare really commit the murder?
God in heaven, how should I know? Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
That remains to be seen.
Okay, well that's that ruled out anyway. Right, let's go. Who's next on the list? Back to the poacher, I think.